we go.
Hello karateka, and welcome to Ishizue Karate. Before we begin this video's lesson, we're going to go over some key basics that you should remember for each category. Starting first, we're going to go over some key basics, key things to remember for kata. Remember when doing kata to really focus on nice, deep stances with the movement, no matter if we're standing still or if we're moving. Nice, deep stances for muscle growth, and it looks better for testing and competition. It shows more commitment to the kata instead of being lazy and standing up tall. All right? Second thing to remember is snake breathing, okay? We over-exaggerate snake breathing when we do kata. That way, when we do weightlifting or calisthenics, hitting the bags, or we spar, the breathing comes more naturally. So remember, snake breathing is simply, we breathe in when we have no force, and then we breathe out when force is applied, whether it's with a strike, a block, docking with the legs, picking someone up, picking up weight. You breathe out when force is applied. So if I'm picking up weight, pretend I'm holding a kettlebell between my feet. If I go down to pick it up, I'm gonna breathe in, grab, stand up to exert the most force. And the same breathing technique applies when I am striking or blocking. Next, we're going to go over some key things to remember for striking. So, main thing to remember with striking is that when we punch, we're going to strike with the index and middle knuckle, not the ring or pinky knuckle. Reason being, these two knuckles are a lot stronger than these two when we strike. So we are least likely to break our hand when we strike with the index and middle knuckle. Remember, these are the two knuckles on top we strike with. These knuckles down here, closer to your fingernails, are for knocking on doors. These knuckles up here, these two, are for knocking out people. Key thing to remember. Again, now to go along with the knuckles, wrist alignment. When I strike, I don't want my hand to bend or I have a slight bend in my wrist, or else I risk wrist locking myself. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So I need to make sure from knuckle to elbow I have a strong, straight alignment. That way my wrist is protected. Because if I don't, if my elbow is too high or my knuckles are too low, I run the risk of wrist locking myself. Okay? So again, index and middle knuckle, knuckle to elbow alignment, nice and strong. All right? Some key things to remember for foot strikes is striking placement. So the places we like to aim for the most when we are doing Ishizue Karate is the ball of the foot, the heel, the knuckle on top of the foot by the big toe, and the shin. Never want to strike with the ankle, or else we risk injury to the ankle itself. And don't really want to hit with the toes, or because you risk injuring all your toes. So again, ball of the foot, heel, the knuckle by your big toe, and the shin. And finally, for throws, takedowns, and sweeps, break falls. Break falls are very important for the partner being thrown and for you for when you do get thrown. So, break falls we have are forward break fall, backward break fall, and sideways break fall. And now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate all of those. For backward break fall, this is for any throw, takedown, or sweep where I am falling on my back. All right? So this is an exercise that we can do without a partner, on the mats, First, I'm going to tuck my chin. Put my tongue in my mouth, keep my lips away from my teeth. That way I don't end up biting anything that I don't want to be bitten. After this, I'm going to cross my arms. The reason why we cross our arms is because we have to get rid of that bad habit of reaching for the ground. If I'm being thrown hard and I reach for the ground behind me, I run risk of breaking my arms, wrist, or shoulder. So we get to the habit of hugging ourselves to protect the arms. All right? Then finally, when I fall, I want to keep that chin tucked to keep my head off of the mat. Understand? So I'm going to get here. Nice little horse stance. Bend my knees, push my butt down, cross my arms, tuck my chin, and fall. Then as I fall, right when I hit the ground with my shoulder blades, I'm going to smack the ground to disperse my energy and stop myself from rolling. All right, so I'm here. Head up. And notice I put my feet up as well. This is to put my feet on my opponent's hips, knees, or feet, or shin. Just that way I have some sort of control over them. Then come back up. And then we do it again. Again, cross, bend the knees, chin tucked. Feet not too high, that way they can't dump my legs over me, went right where their hips would be. My head is off the ground. Backward break fall. Next, what we're going to do are forward break falls. Forward break falls, you're going to start on your knees, and then if you get the courage to do them from standing, you can, but doing them from your knees works just as well. So what this helps us with is throws, takedowns, and sweeps that put us on our face, such as reverse double blast, reversible uchigari, unanage, just any throw or takedown or sweep that puts us flat on our belly and run the risk of smashing our face in the ground. For this exercise, same thing. I'm going to keep my tongue in my mouth, lips away. I'm going to put my forearms up in front of me like I'm doing a plank. All right? Hands above my forehead. That way I don't accidentally punch myself in the eye. I'm going to sit on my knees, nice and tall from the knees to the shoulder. Kick my feet up and fall forward. And keep my head up. Notice I don't look down. That gets my nose closer to the ground. I want to look up towards in front of me. This is going to keep my chin and my face away from the mat better. All right, so one more time. Arms up. Trust in yourself and fall. That is forward break fall. Last one we're going to do is sideways break fall. Sideways break fall is for throws, takedowns, and sweeps that make us fall on our sides. So, sitting up nice and tall, just like I did with the forward break fall, except this time I'm going to point my hand in front of me, and then we'll turn it upside down. All right, so again, in front of me, the thumb's facing the ceiling. Now I'm going to turn it to where the thumb is facing the ground. All right? Now, for this, I'm going to try to land on my tricep. That's going to be the part that's in between the elbow and the shoulder. Other hand, you can grab your bicep, you can smack the mat, you can grab your shoulder, whatever you want. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. I like to grab my bicep. Your head is going to lean slightly away from your shoulder to protect it from hitting the ground. And all we're going to do is just like the forward break fall. Instead of falling forward, we're just going to fall on our side. So we're here. And notice my head is still up. Now the other side. Head is still up. Make sure to practice these before you begin your throws, takedowns, and sweeps.
Kata number 1, blocking set.
Here we go.